alam mo, ang naisip ko talaga, this is a big fuck you to all the those content
Rom-coms.
that made yung parang na the central conflict was because they were gay.
Yes.
Diba? Ito
Alam mo,
talaga yun eh. We are not just gay, we're people. Alam mo yun?
i-distill itong episode na to into 2 lines. Vlad, may nararamdaman ka ba? Carl, ayoko na mag-isip.
Oo. Yes.
Ang dami pinapaisip sa atin eh. Ang
Oo.
dami.
Ang dami.
Because all those time kasi we were expecting for the queer love to be the problem.
I know. I can't believe then na we are trained that way. Na these movies,
ito
these
kasi-
series that we've seen, it has trained us to think that way.
No, that's why I also appreciate having the two of you with me.
Same.
Do you think if I were watching it alone, I would have
Totoo.
stopped? I would have stopped
Me
at a
also.
certain point eh.
Yes. True. Naiyak ako, honestly, kasi doon ko na feel na, doon ko na feel na sobra pala tayong brainwashed that
I
way.
feel valid.
I feel valid. I feel valid.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. And today we are reacting to and unpacking episode 6 of Gaya Sa Pelikula. And as usual, the trio is complete. The usual suspects are all here. Halloween edition. Meow.
Hola.
Rar. Wakanda forever. Okay, ready na ba tayo guys to react and unpack this episode?
Yes.
As ready as
Do
we
this.
can be. Oh my God, ito na guys.
Yes.
Gird your loins. Here we go on my count.
Nako.
After I
Set up ko lang.
say action. Let me know para when you're ready, ah. Your game?
Ready.
Okay. Lights, camera, action. TM? Okay, perfect.
Man Pinoy.
Ayan. Blood.
Okay ka lang ba?
Bakit?
Eh, weird naman pa kasi simula pa ng birthday mo.
Ang lahat ng makakarinig daw ng kwentong ito ay makikita nila yung bangkay na nawawala dun sa aparador nila.
O ikaw, Carl, magugustuhan mo to, si Vlad?
Pogi. Matalino. Tsaka confident naman. Ikaw na magligpit yan, ha?
Ayun na. Oh my God, morning after.
Ba't ganyan ka maglakad? May nararamdaman ka ba?
Ang ganda na tanong. May nararamdaman ka ba, Carl?
Ano na to?
Sakit ulo ko. Sige na.
Ayun na, defense mech.
Nandiyan ka pa.
Do you wanna talk about it?
About what?
The dance.
The dance?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the dance. O, ano meron?
Halos di ka na bumaba ng kwarto after nun eh. Tapos, ayaw mo pa ako samahan kumain. Okay ka
Sige
lang
na, sige na. Alis ka na. Masakit nga ulo ko, diba?
Carl, nagsayaw lang tayo, okay? Doesn't have to mean anything, you know? So you can stop making me feel like a regret now. Anong iniisip mo?
Hindi, kasi... Dali lang, ha? Kumakatok eh. Dali lang!
O guys, may nagre-request. Dapat daw sumayo daw tayo ulit sa
Habang may
OBD.
hawak akong tostitos.
Happy Halloween, guys!
Sweet girl. Dapat sweet
Yeah,
girl.
sweet girl.
Hindi bagay sa outfit ko eh.
Orbit. Orbit. Orbit.
Orbit. 3D.
Oo. Homage to quarantines.
Ay. Mukha na tayong tanga.
Oo nga. Although I really like dance, I miss dancing.
I miss
guys.
dancing.
Me
guys.
also.
Friday
I was
night
dancing
ngayon
yesterday.
eh. Dapat yun yung ginagawa natin ngayon.
I know. Totoo. Ano?
Where was I? Oh, right. So, ayun nga. So, I was telling Mom, it's different this time. You know, I saw them together. They're so cute, so in love. And Carl is such a sweet boy. Which you really are, Carla. In fairness to you. And grabe your lashes. May ganyan ba online?
Cut to the chase, ate.
She's so happy for you, Vlad. Mom is so happy for you. And di ba sabi ko naman sa'yo, wala naman siyang issue with you being gay. Ang issue niya, dun sa ex mo duwag.
Di sana sinabi niya sa akin, diba?
But spoiler alert, she will. Tonight, we will have dinner with Carl. Already made reservations. Pero mauuna na lang tayo dun kasi si mom kasi na-stock pa sa office. But she will be there.
So wait lang po ate.
Isn't it exciting?
That
Diba?
is a
Meeting the
disaster
ganon.
waiting to
Also,
happen,
Carl,
girl.
Mom is also asking for your parents' numbers and address. Please, para naman mabigyan ka namin ng late Christmas presents for you being boyfriend to my brother, letting him stay here with you.
Hindi po kami ate.
Huh?
Pinatuloy ko lang po dito si Vlad dahil wala po akong pambayad ng renta.
Hmm.
Huwag niyong sabihin kay Papa, please. Hindi po kami.
Ate,
Wait lang.
ate di kasi.
How could you lie to me?
Oh my God.
Beast mode na tong si ano.
Okay. Now, Vlad, tell me how to convince Mom that you are deserving to be left alone, that you are capable of making mature decisions on your own, when you apparently paid someone to pose as your boyfriend using my money. I don't even pay for my men!
Ate, kaya ko naman bayaran yung...
Hindi! Isa ka pa! Pinagsamantalaan niyo yung kahinaan ko.
Ate, bagong taon naman na.
Wala bang mabago taon!
Elevator acting to.
This is a
Hindi ko
Maricel
alam kung
Soriano
nasaan yung
reference
emotion.
acting, by the way.
Maricel
Hindi ko alam
Soriano.
kung nasan yung emotions ko.
Ako din. I'm confused.
Kasi tama yung sinasabi niya eh.
Yeah.
Like she was so excited to meet him.
Ito na. Shit has hit the fan.
Let's go. Oh, bakit? You can come back for your
Uwi ka na.
things some other time. We have to talk. Total, nandito ka lang
Tama,
naman
what do you expect?
para makapagbayad siya ng renta. 'Di ba? Eh, nakapagbayad na siya. So you have no reason to stay here. Right, Carl? Right? I'm taking you home.
I-clean ng, ano, ng dress with hair. He took the keys.
Kasi kukunin pa niya yung gamit niya.
Ah. Oh God. Just following up on submission for this week, is supposed to upload.
Oh my God. Nag-apologize si Ate Judith.
Sana na siyang magsaing para sa dalawa.
Oh. Binalik niya.
Oy, sa wakas! Sumagot ka din! Oy, Carl, nga pala. May ipapakita ako sa'yo.
Kamusta ka pala, Nak? Marapit na ang enrollment, ha? Lumabas na ba yung grades mo nung first sem?
Yun nga po eh. Ma, sorry, may mga dos po ako.
Nako, ano ba?
Dos lang
yun,
naman.
Nak. Hindi naman masama yun eh.
Pero pa, may mga bago po akong kliyente. $7 per hour. Ghostwriting. Gusto daw po nila yung mga sinusulat ko. Magaling daw po ako magsulat.
Talaga? Ayan, maabot nga nun. Yun na yun. Ayan. Paabot sa akin.
Kaya lang,
Ayan.
ghostwriting kaya hindi ako nakikredit eh.
Oh. Nahanap ko to, oh. Naalala mo to? Ha? Ilan taon ka nga nito? Sandali. Okay lang yan.
Hindi naman po ako yung nag-drawing yan pa. Si Kuya po.
Di bale, mo, sa susunod na tawag ko, papakita ko yung mga drawing mo para ma-inspire ka naman sa gagawin mong dream house natin.
Pangarap niyo.
Ano yun?
Ayoko na po mag-architecture pa. Gusto ko na po mag-shift.
Ay, sandali. Parang humihina yata yung net natin. Sandali.
Ayoko na po maging arkitekto. Mag-shift na po ako.
Bakit, Nak? Nahihirapan ka na ba?
Hindi ma. Hindi lang po ako masaya.
Hindi masaya? Trabaho yan, Nak, di ba? Kailangan pa ba masaya?
Gusto ko naman po ng trabahong gugustuhin ko pa rin kahit di na ako masaya.
Paano yung dream house?
Pinangarap ko lang naman yun dahil pangarap niyo eh. Pwede ko pa rin naman magawa yun kahit di ako nasa architecture.
Sandali nga. Ano ba yung sinasabi mo? Pinipilit ka ba namin?
Hindi naman sa ganun pa.
Mario naman, oh. Anak, saan mo
This is so
gustong
messy.
lumipat?
Gusto ko pong magsulat. Gusto ko pong magpelikula.
Sus Mariosep, showbiz? Ano ba yung pumasok sa utak mo? Bakit yan? Alam mo, umuwi ka na nga muna pag-usapan natin.
Magtiwala ka sa desisyon ko, okay? Hindi naman ako malulunod dito eh. Kaya hayaan mo ko, please.
Bakal, Frederick!
You were his favorite, you know.
Ano?
Vlad, whether it's dad or your ex or Carl, please remember that you're worth staying for, okay?
Grabe.
Wow. That's rich coming from you.
Ha?
Ayan. Babakla-bakla ka kasi. Inuwan tuloy tayo ni Dad. Don't you
Wow.
remember?
She's trying to make up for something.
Tigilan mo ng magpanggap na lalaki. Talented yan, kaso bakla. Sayang kasi bakla. Why would you say that to a child? So please, stop parroting fake ally speeches. If you hate us, just be upfront.
Vlad, I was a kid too. Okay. I didn't know then what I know now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not apologizing sooner. But I'm saying sorry now. Sorry. Vlad, mahal kita, okay? I know I can be too much sometimes, imposing even. Pero hindi ko lang kasi talaga alam na how to get to you. I know I'm not a perfect ally. I'm still navigating through this. But I'm still your only sister. And no matter how you fuck up, I'm still going to be your sister. Capish? No, ma. Napawi na po kami.
Hello, Mom?
Kailan mo na ako papakilala sa bagong boyfriend mo?
Saan ako nakakwento pag uwi ko? Sorry.
Oh my God.
Such a mess.
Siguraduhin mo hindi ka na itatanggi niyan, ha? Sapat na yung isang lalaki lang ang nag-iwan sa bunso ko.
Anyway, bye.
But I slam against the sand, and then again I never left. Only the moon can pull me in. But now that he is gone, it all feels wrong, but still
Uy.
I long for him. The boy I love.
Bakit?
Sure kang di ka uwi? Nasa Buda ako mag-art film eh. Ikaw bahala pumili. Di ako kontra. Promise.
No. Ikaw na lang muna manood. Yun lang ba?
Yun.
Okay. Bye.
Easy true young lovers. Maybe I just believed in the words you'd say to me. Promises just muttered.
Uwi ka na, Vlad. Hindi ko maintindihan. Wala akong makausap. Wala akong makasama. Parang di ako taga rito pag wala ako.
Though you have changed, my heart still is yours because I tried so hard not to love, that I fell anyway, but kept away became what I was scared of. Maybe I was afraid I would lose you painfully, and you tell me every day otherwise. So in time I believed maybe a promises drowned out all those other noises. Convinced me we'd last forever. We were crazy, true young lovers. I didn't wanna lose you, lost you anyway. Didn't wanna lose you, I pushed you away. I didn't wanna lose you. I didn't wanna lose you. I didn't wanna lose you.
To the picture. To the picture.
Anna is leaving the unit next weekend. Has she told you?
Yeah. Magkasunod sila ni Carl.
Eddie, stop the car.
Madam?
I said stop the car.
Why po?
Okay.
Huh?
Ako na mag-explain kay Mama. You only have until the weekend.
Ah.
Kaya sulitin mo na. Kung masaktan ka uli, edi saka na natin problemahin. Basta ngayon, magmahal ka na muna. Okay.
Sa gitna na tayo.
Violins!
Sana naman-
Bakit may violins?
Sana naman building yung kung saan siya bumaba, diba? Yung building. Gusto kong gawin yan. Gusto ko rin gawin yan.
Took a morning ride to the place where you and I were supposed to meet. The city owns the echo on my thoughts are spinning on and on my head. It seems they lead me back to you. I keep coming back to you.
Minimirror nila yung ginawa ni Vlad, nung si Vlad naman yung mag-isa.
Took a morning ride, found a place up in my mind no one else can see. Maybe it's fate that we lose control. In circles around we go. We become who we ought to know. We just gotta let it go. We just gotta let it go. So I'm coming home to you. You're all I need is the very air I breathe you. Oh, 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 oh. Took a not leave this all behind. For with you is where I want to be. Maybe it's fate that we can't control. Go round and around it goes. And all that we seem to know, we just gotta let it go. We just gotta let it go. So I'm coming home to you. You're all I need, the very air I breathe. You are. Oh, 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 oh.
Wala akong tissue.
I found a way home. 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 I found a way home.
Ano inisip mo? Ayoko na mag-isip.
So I'm coming home to you.
Oh my God.
You're all I need, the very air I breathe. Oh, 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 oh. Coming home to you. You're all I need, the very air I breathe. You are
Oh my God. Ay, sinasawsaw sa cook.
Aksidente. Sabi ni Papa,
Sakit.
di matututulong mo ngayong bata kapag di mo tinatapon sa malalim. Kaso, di nila nasansya ng
Si Kuya.
Nalingat lang sila ng konti. Wala na si Kuya. Pagdala nila kay Kuya sa pampanghuli na eh. They had me a year after. Tapos ayun. Pinamana yung mga damit. Ang kunan. Ang mga laruan. Ultimo pangarap. Pangalan. Siya yung kalang mahilig mag-drawing ng bahay. I'm just living his life for him. Grabing sibling rivalry to, no? Kalaban ko, na-discovered potential ng patay. Alam mo yung parang hindi ikaw yung bida sa sarili mong buhay. Kaya yung parang Janus character ka. Kahit si Joros or si Ketchup yung gumanap. Pareho lang yung effect. Tatayo yung pelikula.
Ito yung opening spiel niya.
Sulat na yung script eh.
Yeah.
Kataon lang na ikaw yung available kaya ikaw yung nakuha. Pero hindi siya sa'yo. Gets mo ba?
Yeah. More than you think.
Sige nga. Ikaw naman. Haba nun ah. Dali na.
Sige. Ito. Para may visual aid din. Yan.
Kamukha mo siya.
It's our favorite photo together. You know that joke they say na yung panganay lang yung conceived out of love, and then the rest are either just because they're bored or horny. Well, medyo iba sa amin. Si ate, she was conceived out of love. Kuya was conceived out of lust. And ako, I was conceived to save the marriage. And I was made aware of it. You know, my mom would always say it's thanks to you that we're still a family. I took pride in it. You know, I was the household prince. I was Dad's favorite. Minsan nga nag-aaway pa sila ni Mom because kawawa naman daw yung iba kong siblings eh. O, diba? But then one day, I came home from school and I was telling Dad about this boy. You know, my seatmate. I don't know why, but I was just so happy kasi binigay niya sa akin yung baon niya. Imagine I was just 6. I didn't even have the word for it yet.
Aga?
Yeah. Yun yung first time na pinalo niya ako. I mean, don't get me wrong. I now doubt it's because of that. Lalo na't nag-aaway rin naman na sila mommy before that pa. Pero as a kid, I couldn't help but think that maybe that was it. On my 7th birthday, my mom pushed for me to have a party. Never mind that it was Jesus' birthday or whatever. All my friends came. She invited everyone. And then in the middle of the magic show,
Wow.
Dad dragged his luggage across me.
Oh my God!
And then he never looked back.
But his birthday.
It's Christmas.
Then he never came back.
Yeah.
Hindi mo na siya nagpaalam.
It was.
Well, he did this.
Sorry.
Sorry. You know, it's sort of funny though. Dito ka, feeling mo you're just serving somebody else's purpose. Yet here I am, feeling like I already failed serving mine, saving the marriage. That day when he left.
Pancakes!
Sure kang okay ka lang sa inyo?
Yeah. Bibigyan ko ng chance si Mom. Ikaw, paano kung ayaw na mag-shift?
Pipilitin ko sila.
Oh my God.
National Spooning Day!
National Spooning Day!
Pero next door na nga hindi nag-spoon, guys.
Everyone has someone to spoon.
Gusto kong magsulat ng mga pelikula.
Ang ingay ko. Sorry.
Gusto kong masasabi kung sa akin. Ikaw ba?
Same. I want to be in charge of the ending too.
nanginginig yung mga laman ko, hindi ko alam kung bakit.
Hindi ko na kaya to!
Hindi ko alam kung may energy ako yung unpacking ganyan kadaming...
Magkatabi na sila. Kala ko noon na hindi sila magtatabi dito.
After nung ginawa nila sa taas, wala pa yan.
No, I mean, coming from episodes...
Oo.
Yes, 5.
Oo.
Ayun na!
Marapat.
Nasa pag-ibig na hahayaan kang magsayaw ng walang bahid ng takot at tuwa. Guys, pancakes!
Ayoko uminom tonight, pero bakit parang pinapainom ako ng show?
Uminom ka na, girl. Let's not fight it. Drink like no one's watching.
Pero I will be honest, pwede mo namang i-chop out. Hindi ko alam kung may energy ako mag-unpack ng ganun kapuno.
Okay lang, let's just see how it goes.
Kaya natin yan.
Ang daming issues, grabe.
Yeah, let's see where it takes us.
See where it takes us together.
I never expected for the issues to be this layered and this...
I know. In one episode, ha?
In one
episode. In one episode. Sabay-sabay.
Sabay-sabay. Paano natin i-unpack to? 2 parts ba to?
Hindi ko alam.
Sumabog talaga, guys. Hindi ko nga alam. Feeling ko nga, hindi ako makarado makano kasi pinaprocess ko pa eh.
Alam niyo yung nangyari sa akin
habang nagbe-break yung Zoom call, at the back of my head, do we need to make an outline? Kasi ang dami-dami.
Ako rin. Pareho tayo. Isip ko, susulat ko na ba yung... pero aminin ko, para alam niyo yung nangyari sa akin sa Game Boys episode
8.
Hindi, 12. 12 ba yun?
Ano?
Yung bumitaw.
Ano yun?
Bumitaw ako, di ba? Bumitaw ako.
What do you mean?
Nag-disengage siya tayo tayo. Sobra tayong affected. Si Carl retreated behind his walls.
Oo. Parang malapit na ako eh. Parang...
Nag-disengage
Bakit?
ka.
Yan, sige. Yan ang i-unpack natin. Bakit?
Ang daming malalaki. Ang daming malalaking themes.
So, alam niyo na kung bakit ako ni-disengage, di ba?
Really, that's what I meant. Kaya nga parang in a usual story arc wherein the payoff, you build up to a payoff because nga it's so loaded.
It's drowned by all of these.
It distributed the...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm just... I'm not criticizing it. I'm just explaining how I'm feeling kasi that's... Now, I'm trying to... Parang I wanted to bask in that Carl and Vlad moment.
I get what
finally.
you mean.
Pero ngayon, hindi ako din maka-follow. I can't ignore
ako
the
din.
others.
I know what you feel. Kasi dapat ngayon, masaya tayo.
Oo,
Parang, oh my God, pancakes!
Sila! Pero hindi tayo makausad kasi may mga
parang I feel like we're left with a mess of all the issues na naungkat. So parang yun pa yung nakikita ko. Same. Ganon din yung feeling ko.
Mm-hmm.
Parang
ayoko nga talaga uminom tonight eh. Pero kinuko hard. Hindi. May wine ako dito sa tabi. pero hard. Hard talaga to.
Actually,
Hard.
feeling ko nga after this, gusto kong panoorin yung episode ulit. At gusto ko lang mag-dwell doon.
Hindi ko kaya.
Naghalikan sila. Tapos yung last part na nag-cuddle sila sa bed. Parang yun yung gusto ko lang. Kasi yun yung gusto kong kumaga tumatak sa akin sa episode na to. Dahil nga ang daming pwedeng tumatak sa'yo eh. It's so really packed.
Super packed. Majorly packed. That symbolism that we were all like into and then parang we were trying to parang unpack. Iba pala. So parang his coming out was also diluted.
Sidelined. Actually,
dahil sa sobrang dami nangyari sa episode 6, we actually made an outline. So we had to take time after watching the ending.
Yes, to process
make an outline of all the things we wanted to tackle, and then it's a loaded climactic episode.
Sid being a good producer, he has organized the pre-prod agreements.
Yes.
And now we are gonna...
Organized to by Carl. Pero yeah, nagsuggest na ako may outline to. Gege, ang dami mong linagay sa episode 6. Masyadong marami. We have to sort all of these out. Ang dami. Pero they're all valid. They're all valid na... They're all true.
That's why they're all begging for discussion.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Okay. Where do we begin?
So number 1, the morning after the dance from episode 5. Na Carl, finally, we had that scene na finally nagkaka-gay feelings talaga si Carl. And he was actually literally facing himself while he was holding his beating heart. Full of all these gay feelings.
I would also want to point out something that we missed pala from the last reaction. Kasi parang, I think it was, sorry, ako na naman po yung nagkamali. It was me who actually asked na parang baka babalikan pa natin yung stories na yun di ba? They were telling ghost stories. Well, in fact, actually, they were already realized during the same episode.
Yes.
Na parang
yung ginawa ni Carl is yung ghost story. Tsaka yung ginawa ni Carl was the ghost story of Vlad, di ba?
Na parang
holding his beating
heart.
Yeah. And he was looking at himself.
That was a writing masterwork, to be fair.
Yes.
So now let's deal with the morning after
we're dealing with that now. We're dealing with that now to begin.
Together with Carl.
Together with Carl. How you must have been feeling. And yun nga, parang the knee-jerk reaction is avoidance. Lalo na if you're not even ready to confront it yourself. Di ba? Parang, and that's what we get in the first scene. He was trying to avoid Vlad, but then he is confronted by Vlad. Tapos yun na nga. And then it snowballs from there. Kasi
I think the thing is, diba, parang there's this finding out that you're attracted to somebody is already something major.
Correct.
Yes. Diba? Mm-hmm. But to actually get to realize that you're attracted to a particular person, and then also
of the same gender,
realizing that you might be different, for lack of a better term, that you're not heterosexual. Kasi diba parang we were talking about it Some people find out that they're gay first and then fall for another guy.
Yes.
But it's also a different thing if you find out that you're actually gay because you fall for another guy.
Yes.
So can you imagine there are 2 layers kagad that our Carl has to deal with.
Yes. And then Ate Judith
comes
barging in. Barging in like in this speeding, I don't know, truck. Hoy! Sabi ko na sa nanay mo, Vlad. Anong naman yung parents mo, Carl?
Bigla yung fast track.
Wearing the shortest dress on earth.
Yes.
Kasi
naman ang legs ni...
Ang ganda.
I think yun yung important na he was processing it, but then he is forced to fast track.
Face it.
And face it.
Naman kumbaga, kasi parang Ate Judith's character, parang she has become the catalyst, right?
Yes.
Sa kaka-catalyst niya, and then she realizes, suddenly this catalyst just abruptly stops, and fuck naman, fake pala to.
Correct. When it's revealed. Kasi nga, and then we also have to understand why suddenly Carl reveals that, because at that moment he is really genuinely overwhelmed by everything.
He's stuck between the wall and a rock in the hard place.
Yes. True.
And then
kaya bumabalik na naman yung joke na sinabi sa kanya ni Vlad, gay for pay. Ayan. Nagmukha ka nga talagang gay for pay.
Correct. Sinabi ni Ate Judith na I don't even pay for my men. Now you're paying this guy to be your boyfriend.
With my money.
With my money.
In her elevator acting na medyo nalito ako.
Oh, yan. Then we can discuss that now.
Merong isang part nga doon nung nalaman ni Ate Judith na it's all a lie. Parang yung may reaction ka doon and then ganun din yung feeling ko, wait, am I supposed to laugh? Am I supposed to... What am I supposed to feel?
Kasi feels it to her, she was feeling betrayed, and that's very valid.
Yes.
Ito, line pa niya yun, you are valid. And that's a valid feeling. Pero the way it was being thrown at me,
same. I was half expecting magtatagalog na siya dito. Totoong moment na to Hindi na to fun and games, di ba? Pero hindi pa rin Nandun
hindi
pa rin
siya
yung...
pumitiw sa... Hindi ko alam kung
Kasi minsan, she had moments in previous episodes na nagpapakatot, yung ano na siya Tagalog, yung
vulnerable
tayo. Oo, vulnerable siya. Pero here we had that, sobrang na-confused din ako sa decision na yun. Judith naman, to be fair, throughout, in the past 5 episodes, caricature si Judith Pero at least kasi in the first 5 episodes, ang naabutan namang eksena ni Judith is, okay, maghalikan kayo.
Cute.
Or it's just a cuteness of the pancakes. So, as welcome yung, for me yung this caricature character. Pero here is, eto na yung totoo. Yung...
At saka she's always been a plot device.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say this, she has always been a plot, which is fine because we need plot device. We need those things to get the plot forward, diba? So always been a plot device, but for the first time, here she is expressing her own feelings.
Yes. True.
She was not being a device here
Yeah.
Diba? Dapat hindi.
Yeah. She was a sister na. Alam mo yun, diba?
It is her character reacting to the situation. She's not used to propel something, diba?
Oo It's her reaction to something. And yun.
I think that perfectly captures the confusion.
Kasi at that point, kasi yung feeling ko, honestly, at that point, oh my God. Kasi parang betrayal yun Betrayal yun ng kapatid Pero, because of the acting, am I supposed to laugh? Or, alam mo yun? Kasi nararamdaman ko yung betrayal na nararamdaman ni Judith. Pero, it was delivered na bigla siya nag-homage.
It was a parody, suddenly. It was a parody.
It's a parody.
Filipinas.
From the movie Filipinas. A line delivered by Maricel Soriano.
Which was also a very heavy scene in that movie.
And it was because when Vlad said, ate, bagong taon na naman kasi, New Year na. And then, doon pumasok yung...
The conundrum here is that from a line that I will also borrow from Judith, you are valid.
Yes.
Her feeling was valid.
Yes.
But, however, the way it was being played out was making it hard for me to be able to recognize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
Kasi totoo yun Totoo talaga lahat ng sinasabi niya. Lahat ng sinabi niya
Tama.
Na parang lahat.
Oo.
It's not just it's my money, but how can you do this? And then she thought that she was able to sort out the problem between her mom and her brother, and then only to find out that this is happening.
Oo, totoo. Isipin mo, sobrang excited ka na, oh my God, tanggap ka ni mom. Tanggap ka ni mom. Yung problem niya wasn't you being gay. Her problem was the guy ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, the guy
your ex was a doofus,
yeah.
diba? Yeah.
Yes.
That guy denied you. You don't deserve a guy like that. Ganun, diba?
Not to mention somebody you've grown to like, who is Carl.
Yes.
It's discovered to be somebody who's been fooling you all along for rent money.
Yeah.
Rent money. Can you get any?
Totoo.
I'm very, very. I'm so sorry to say this, but that's kind of like it's a cheap. It's just so cheap.
What?
Lulukohin mo somebody like that for rent money.
Oo, true.
I mean, sa point of view ni Judith,
Correct. Hindi niya pa kasi alam yung buong kwento na it was all Vlad's idea, right?
You were doing this
Yeah.
all along because you can't pay your rent. Imagine discovering that.
Yes.
The audacity.
So tanggap ko yung galit ni Judith kasi din talaga parang what the fuck, sabi ko nga shit hit the fan.
And I really wanted to
empathize.
I wanted to empathize, but
yeah.
But the way it was delivered kind of confused you. Parang you were empathizing and then suddenly, wait, should I laugh? May ganung moment
She wasn't letting her walls down still because we have acknowledged naman that the reason why she's been like conducting herself that way is it's also because she was trying to play herself up to be a jolly something whatever, which we'll discover later on in one of the points anyway. Pero the problem was it was supposed to be a vulnerable moment for her so that we can she can let us in.
Yes.
I felt like I was on the other side of the door.
Same.
I agree. I also get what you're saying, Carl, kasi she could have like, di ba, yung ano niya nga, yung parang British accent niya that we found cute and funny in the beginning. Parang that would have been a moment na she just really like let it down and just really revealed who she was and then delivered it straightforward. Yeah, I mean, I get.
Ito yun I'm seeing the faux accent. I'm not even sure if it's faux. Maybe it's faux. Maybe it's real.
It's not British. It's Australian.
Because that's also a form of wall, di ba?
Yes.
But you're trying to
correct.
You're being that way.
Dapat naked ka nun, di ba? Dapat raw ka na dun eh.
Pero to be fair, I mean, I was almost brought out of it, but what was anchoring me, thankfully, was Carl and Vlad. I mean, buti na lang solid din yung anchor na they were, I mean, I could latch onto them and just, okay. Para lang hindi ako totally maano because I was so invested in them.
It was a real moment. Na-feel ko yung takot ni Ian.
Oo naman.
Kay Carl.
Nagets nyo ba kung bakit siya, why he suddenly like, parang
blurted out the
word barf to.
Na-overwhelm siya talaga.
Panic.
At the disco.
Deer in headlights talaga. As in,
tatawagan yung parents ko. Like, wait.
Ito nga, di ba? Parang nakita mo kung how he was avoiding it eh. Kaya ngayon yung kontrapunto, he was trying to avoid it. And then he was confronted by Vlad. Doon pa nga, medyo uneasy na siya. Tapos then suddenly, everything else comes in and so fast, all at the same time.
Yeah, actually, they were about to talk about it when
the doorbell rang. Yes.
Correct.
Diba?
And then pala, meron siyang happy news dapat. Gets ko naman yung excitement niya.
Actually, But it was supposed to be a happy news, no?
It was supposed to be a happy moment. So, na-feel ko din yung disappointment and then suddenly galit, betrayal.
The thing that was supposed to sort all of this out.
Yes.
Actually, was the thing that was going to hit the shit.
Yeah.
It was
the shit that hit the fan.
Grabe.
It blew up in their faces.
Which then brings us to the next scene of Vlad and Judith.
Yes, the revelation.
Actually, I think that's when I started crying. Kasi the first line that hit me was, yung sinabi ni Judith na you're worth staying for.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
At first kasi I wasn't understanding what that was about. Eventually
kasi abandonment issues.
Yeah, sa'yo. Pero kasi eventually ko na lang din na-surmise na kasi diba eventually towards the end si Vlad nga told the story of what happened during his birthday.
Yes. Yung iniwan sila ng dad niya. Pero even in that scene naman alone, parang na-feel ko naman, kasi sobrang nag-resonate talaga kay Vlad, di ba? Kasi kaya wala siyang bahay. Kasi he feels abandoned. He feels alone. He feels alone eh.
And it also explains why he hates his birthday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Oh my God, you're right.
He doesn't want to celebrate it. He projects it because
it brings him back to that moment.
Yeah, at that moment. Yeah.
He's 7th. birthday.
7th birthday. Tatatak talaga yun sa'yo, no?
Which
Yun.
I understand
And then
naman kasi parang,
And then in that same scene, we discover na Judith pala was being I'm not even what is the right word for that? All the lines that she was saying. Is that homophobia?
she was like she said, she was young. She
Yeah.
was dealing
She
with
didn't
a
know.
father
Yeah.
who left them. If when that happens to you,
Galit ka, no? I guess she
you're-
was very angry.
you will want to understand it,
And
and
at
you
the
will
same
take
time,
all the explanations
Oo.
available.
Tsaka attribute it to
Yes.
something. What caused it? Diba? Parang you're trying to make sense out of it eh. So in her head,
Yeah.
maybe it's Vlad.
Yeah. Being gay.
Grabe, the things that she said to Vlad.
Yeah.
Which
Tsaka alam
kind
mo,
of like,
ang sakit, ang sakit nung line na feeling ko it was a missed moment din. Yung sinabi ni Vlad, why would you say that to a 7-year-old child?
I wanted her to be sincere at that point, which she will.
Yes, me also.
She
Kasi
needed to.
Yeah, she's
She
apologizing.
needed to bring her walls down. She needed to do that if not for the viewers, so that we can
Correct.
get
for the character.
For her brother.
Yeah,
yes, for her brother.
And this brings me to a point. We don't know kasi if she naturally speaks like that, di ba? Parang kasi
ako in my head, ang backstory niya, nag-aral siya Australia, parang international schools, kung ano-anong
accent niya.
Nag-aral siya sa Australia and then meron siya mga international friends. So kung ano-ano yung accent niya.
Oo, pero
in my
kasi
head kasi,
sige, sorry. I'll just finish my
go.
Baka makakalimutan ko.
Go.
The way she delivers her lines what was supposed to be originally funny when we first heard it. Yung moment na yun, because nga of that accent, hindi mo tuloy, although you know that she's trying to be sincere, it creates a
disconnection.
It's a layer kasi parang I would have just dropped it and just straight
Tagalog.
Or walang accent.
English. Walang accent.
Walang accent kasi ngayon hindi mo tuloy alam kung you know she's trying to be sincere, but then in the back of your head, because she has this accent, you're kind of doubting the sincerity, even if you don't want to.
At alam mo kung saan bumalik yung accent? Kasi I rewatched it habang nag-render yung previous Zoom. I'm your sister. That should have been a powerful line. I'm your sister.
I'm your. Actually, she could have also said it with an accent, with more sincerity. Because we have actually watched accented movies.
Hindi kasi, Carl, iba-iba eh. Parang,
nag-iiba kasi siya.
Before that line kasi, dun bumalik yung accent when she said, I'm your sister.
Pero ang hinahanap ko kasi nga yung sincerity. Wait lang.
Correct.
Hindi nga nakakatulong yung accent doon. Kasi nung sinasabi niya, I was young. Medyo straightforward yung delivery niya doon eh. Tapos biglang...
Ang interpretation ko kasi sa accent, like, may PhD tayo dito, JC. It's a wall.
Oo naman.
Yes.
Hindi, yeah. Pero that's not the time to show your walls. You're supposed to be low.
She did not put her walls down, and she was apologizing. That was a tender moment.
Yeah.
That was the first real intimate moment of these two characters.
You're supposed to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
But you still have that wall of the linguistic wall, because the reason why she talks like that is because she wants to project a certain image.
Projection. Yeah.
That she's amusing. I can take things light.
Yeah.
This is a show, and I'm gonna say it a certain thing. She did not let go of that. The problem was
may moments naman, Carl. She had moments na she was real, and then towards the end, bumalik ulit.
That's why, as a viewer, it was hard to take it as tenderly as it should be taken.
But yun nga, to explain, we understand the intent of that scene, and we know that she was trying to be sincere about it. But then, yun nga, I mean, this is our point of view. We just feel that detail prevented us from truly appreciating the intention of that moment.
Yeah.
Kasi can you imagine? It's when we are actually discovering why she's being such a, like, if you go back to the things that she was called nga, when this whole thing started, na she's a toxic ally. This is actually the scene that explains it.
Exactly.
She's making up for something.
True. Totoo. True.
She's making up for something. She is. I mean, it hasn't been resolved. And maybe it will take a spin-off about her to do that because there are only 2 episodes
Well,
left.
towards the end of the episode, they're starting naman.
Yeah, but
To show
at least but at least we understand. We understand where she's coming from, why she's acting the way she's acting.
Actually, revelation din sa akin na, oh my God, this show is self-aware nga na nagiging toxic ally siya towards the earlier episodes.
Diba, they got a lot of flack for that, diba?
Yeah, which is
Pero,
they really did.
Ang maganda din dun, she also, her character also represents a lot of our friends. I know you also have people in your life who are like that, na hindi sila sometimes politically correct or as woke. Because
but
nga,
they
for
think
them,
they are being supportive.
Na pero parang hindi nila alam yung mga nuances na parang actually hindi. Pero they're trying to navigate through that and they're trying to learn. So, I mean,
I
yun
think
naman
because the wokeness is coming from a position of defensiveness. You get what I mean? They're trying to be defensive na parang all the time na parang, oh, I'm woke ha, I'm woke. Parang I have to show that I'm woke.
Kaya, kasi nga she's compensating.
Sometimes umu-OA ng slight.
Oo, correct.
Yes.
She's overcompensating. Yeah.
Pero yung maganda naman kay the character of Judith is aminado siya. She is self-aware na I'm also learning how to be a proper ally.
In that moment. In that moment.
Oo. My God, talaga, hanggang ngayon nagre-resonate pa rin sa akin yung how can you say that to a 7-year-old child? Sakit ng mga sinasabi kay
how old must have she been?
Awang-awa ako kay Vlad, guys. Awang-awa ako kay Vlad, honestly.
How old must she have been noon? Mga 13 siguro?
Maybe. Tsaka as a 13-year-old, in my head din, mga ganyan siya. Ang stick teen ka eh. Nabuwag yung family mo. Imagine, nabuwag yung family mo. Emo ka nun. Galit ka sa mundo. Wala kang pakialam kung, di ba?
Kailangan mo na explanation.
Kung bakit.
Yes. Oo. You will find a reason.
Actually, I have a similar experience. Pero hindi naman ganyan ka, Pero it was like, I knew that it was something that no one was ready to talk about. It happened between me and my sister. And, we were young. We had a fight. In the usual sibling fight. Tapos, he just blurted. She just blurted, bakla ka.
Ilang taon ka noon, JC?
Bata pa kami. Siguro like she was like 6, 7, and I was like 9. 3 years,
6, 7, mga
3 years ago at namin ni Mike eh. Hindi naman niya miningin yun. Bata lang siya eh. Pero kumbaga, she called a spade a spade. Wala naman siyang filter. Bata pa siya. Black and white lang naman. Siguro nakikita.
Pero tumatak sa'yo yun, JC.
Nakikita niya na yung action ko na I wasn't
si Pia
like
Moran.
Nag-Pia Moran ako.
Nag-Pia Moran si Vlad.
Nagsi-sweet girl na ako. Bata pa lang, di ba? Di naman niya alam yun, di ba? Pero
si Carl. Sorry, si Carl.
Without any malice, she just said na, kumbaga, syempre at the point of like an argument between kids, but you will say what the most hurtful things that you can say.
Yes.
In her head, baka. And then my mom hears it, and she says, "Don't say that. Don't say that." It's almost like, don't say it because it will become true. Ganun yung dating. Don't say that. It magma-manifest. But actually, don't do.
And here we are.
Oh my God.
Manifest na po.
Fully manifesting.
Si Maita pala yung may kasalanan.
Hindi, pero
She cursed you.
Kung unpacking, sumasayaw lang tayo.
Actually, ang nangyari, hindi.
Ano nangyari?
And that's why, when I first realized that I was gay,
Stop
when I first realized, Sid, iba yan, Diyos ko Lord, yung mga uhaw po dyan, you're welcome.
Naka-leopard print ka pa.
Kaya naman when I came out, I knew na it was Maita that I should kumbaga, come out to
Confide.
her.
Yeah.
Because I know na she already knew and she accepted me. That's why. Yun naman.
At that
Pero,
age, di ba?
oo, yeah.
6 siya, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo. Pero yun, kaya nakaka-relate din ako dun kay Judith, although reverse kasi I'm older than Mike. Si Judith yung ate. So parang you would think that she should have been more understanding. But then saying what you I also acknowledge what you said na parang she was also a teenager at that time.
Yes.
Di ba?
She didn't know any better
Didn't know any better talaga. She shouldn't be also faulted for that. And I think valid naman yung kanyang explanation kay.
It just so happened na meron siya nasagasaang tao.
Oo. At
Pero
kapatid
siya
niya yun.
Na-hurt niya sila.
Oo. Yeah, true.
Ito.
Oh my God,
panganay tayong tatlo, di ba? Panganay tayong tatlo. May sinabi sila. The firstborns are made out of love.
Oo naman, naniwala naman ako doon. Kaya din naman yung firstborn,
sa akin,
grabe yung projection sa'yo ng mga magulang mo. Kasi ikaw talaga yung unang-unang manifestation of like their dreams.
I just remembered that they said something like that.
Yeah.
Firstborns are made out of
Although
love.
feeling ko, hindi din naman ako nag-agree. So, ibig sabihin, pag pangalawa ka, hindi ka na born out of love.
Last daw, diba? Last yung pangalawa.
Kaya nga love-making yung mga ginagamit ng mga gulang natin. Nag-love-making sila. Kung ako, minsan yung mami ko, Rich, yung isang scene, nag-love-making sila. Ma, ang luma ng love-making. Napaka-Mills and Boons. Ang love-making. Kakaloka.
Meron lang like one quick story. Yung 10th year birthday ko, joint birthday namin yun ng mom ko at ng sister ko kasi same kami ng birthday. Yung clown, sinabi, parang hinila ako kasi nagtitricks yung clown, tapos hinila ako yung volunteer. Ganyan. Tapos I forget na kung paano umabot doon. Tinanong ako nung clown sa harap ng friends ko, bakla ka siguro? The clown that we hired, ha?
You did not fire the clown?
After nun talaga, syempre hindi ko masabi yun, mom. Syempre hindi ko masabi sa nanay ko yun. After nun, I hated clowns. Yun lang. I hate clowns.
And it's not even because of it or Pennywise after seeing.
No.
Gago yung clown na yun na.
So I would just like to point out things that happen in that age really stick with you. They haunt you
it's very formative.
It really haunts you forever.
If there's any lesson to be taken from that, is that kahit bata pa lang, although sinasabi ng mga tao kasi na parang pwede pang i-correct or wag niyong pangunahan, pero you also have to be sensitive to the child and allow the child to be who he is. I mean,
yeah.
No, with no judgment. Kasi it's your parang, let's stop projecting our own issues on the child and just let him be and let him discover who he is.
Pero alam mo, pero it's hard din kasi like what happened with Vlad, it was another kid na sister niya. Kids also aren't equipped how to deal with this, diba? Pero I think the kids now naman, they're more aware. Pero growing up, ilang beses tayong natawag bakla or whatever, diba? It's hard then to protect your child with other...
hindi mo din
alam mo kasi may added layer yung kay Judith Parang she told her brother na the reason why the dad left
is because of you.
Grabe yun. Yeah.
Because you're gay.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Alam mo, nung bata ako, kasi my mom, I had a stepdad. So they were together and then they had a child who's my half-sister. Sobrang that was really, really a violent and toxic household. Parati silang nag-aaway, may mga bagay na nababasag, ganyan. One time, natutulog ako sa room ko and then my mom and my stepdad were fighting. Narinig ko talaga, parang nagising ako but I didn't wake up. I was just pretending to be asleep. They were, parang yung stepdad ko, nagsiselos siya sa akin. Parang, lahat ng oras mo, binibigay mo sa anak mo. Ganyan. And I felt naramdaman ko yung feeling ni Vlad na I am the cause of this all the fights. Akong sumisira sa pamilyang to. Tapos, ano ako nun I think I was 9 probably. So, ang tagal
Grabe.
kong inano yun. Grabe. As in, sinunog ng stepdad ko lahat ng children's pictures ko. Wala akong picture ng bata
Wow!
ko. Yeah. Dahil nagsiselos siya sa akin. Wala akong pictures ng bata.
Pero, di ba
Konti
may,
na lang. Siguro like 4. Ganyan.
pero Sid, di ba may nang... wait lang, sorry.
Oo.
Pinaprocess ko yung... Anyways,
Ay, hindi mo pwede isama yan dito.
Yeah.
Kung hindi
Never
ready
mind.
si Sid, no?
Yeah.
oo.
But, hindi, sige. Let's discuss that.
That's not something I wanna discuss here.
Yeah, no,
No,
not here. But like, I'm curious lang. I mean, yung kwentuhan na lang natin pag tayo lang.
Oo.
On the other
Pero-
hand, go. On the other
Go,
hand,
Carl.
naiintindihan ko na naman yung nangyari kay the feeling that Vlad might have was feeling when that happened, even without the aid din kasi of the of the sister. Kasi para eventually kinwento niya yung what happened when he was saying he was telling the story na he was just appreciating a classmate na binigyan siya ng baon and stuff like that. Kasi parang I think
Pinalo siya ng dad niya eh.
I'm not even sure kung kailan ko nakwento in one of our RVs because of our RV cinematic universe.
Yeah, yun, umiiyak ka sa library kasi hindi mo maintindihan yung feelings mo about this class.
No.
Iba,
This is about, di ba parang sa dad's side ko, dalawa lang kaming magpinsan na guys. He's older and he turned out to be gay. So, okay lang yun because there's Carl.
Yeah.
Or baka i-continue naman niya yung yung family name. Guess what? Hindi. So parang dala ko rin yun for the longest time na parang yung disappointment ng dad ko. I understand. You know that feeling? Even without anybody telling me that I have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Ang bigat nun na, okay, parang, and to think, parang my mom had allegation after may second sister kasi parang secured na sila eh. Sorry kasi sa panahon nila talagang patriarchy rules eh. Parang kailangan mag-continue yung family name. That's how they were built. And I'm not going to fault them for that. But the thing is, I cannot fulfill the things that in their
Kasi sometimes,
heads.
the burden the parents put onto the children, no?
Yeah.
But you feel it eh. Di ba? You do eh. So parang yung nafe-feel ni Vlad, yung disappointment na ginawa niya sa dad niya, naiintindihan ko yun eh. That's not going to leave you eh. Right now, I still look at my dad and say na parang, okay, you're not going to be having grandchildren from me.
That's true. I also feel the same, parang, I will always feel guilt for that until now. Even though they don't say it to me, to my face, I know that I disappointed them to a certain degree. At hindi ko na yun mababago kasi ito ako parang...
Hindi mo siya mababago, pero hindi mo matanggal yung guilt.
Oo, pero hindi mo matanggal yung guilt kasi parang like for example, like yung pag nakikita ko yun with my parents interact with their mga grandchildren, with my kids, in my head, diba, syempre, I will never be able to give that to them. I mean, I was supposed to be the first one.
At saka, alam mo yung patriarchy na hindi nila ka-apelido?
Correct, exactly.
Well, pwede pa naman, hindi, ayoko naman sabihin, pero sometimes, like, di ba, wives can choose not to take the name, or retain their name. Yeah.
Well, like si Maita, laging, hyphenated siya. She kept it.
I don't know eh, pero all I'm saying is I get where the baggage.
Yeah, super.
The baggage.
Super.
It's a lot of baggage.
And it's also because, Carl, you're being a good son. And that's why you feel that guilt.
At saka we all know, and parang going back to GSP, we all know naman lahat ng facade na to ni Vlad. At the end of the day, we have fallen in love with the character and we know that he's a good person. He just also wants to be a good son.
Yeah.
Nandun na tayo sa part na yung nag-change ng course si Carl, na finally Carl finally spoke out and parang, hindi, ito yung gusto ko. Which gave him the courage, I feel, to finally accept himself also. Kasi finally he's standing up for himself eh.
At that point, this is the point kasi na hindi pa niya reveal what he will be revealing later on.
That double coming out.
I know.
Anyway, so yun, hindi na niya kaya. Sinabi na niya sa parents niya na, no, ayoko mag-arty. Ang gusto ko talaga film.
At that point, kasi I was triggered also. Kasi Tale as Old as Time yan eh. If you remember the PLDT commercial, yung gusto ko po mag-fine
Supportanta
arts.
ka. Supportanta ka.
Na parang at that point, I was a kid. I wasn't really understanding na parang ano ba to, what's happening like that. Parang little that I knew na it's so real. Kasi it really happens. And the reason why I know this because it actually happened to me. Hindi niyo ba pinagdaanan yun? I had to go through that eh. That whole, what are you going to take up for college?
Not really. Wala akong pressure from family.
Ako may suggestion sila, but at the end of the day, they just told me na do whatever you like. Basta siguraduhin mo lang, you will have a good career out of it.
Yeah.
That was I wasn't forced naman to do like anything. Ano lang, sabi lang sa akin, kung maglolo ka, okay, sana. Yun, they wanted me to be a lawyer actually. Pero
sa amin din. They wanted me to be a lawyer. Actually, parang naiintindihan ko, parang little by little na siguro out of age, I was able to train my parents to actually leave me alone little by little. Pero kasi I can still remember how it was. Maybe at Carl's age, how it was. Parang, and I actually don't want to remember it eh. I really don't. That's why parang feeling ko I was trying to crawl back into wherever I can parang there's a certain it just happened recently parang sa during the pandemic because my dad was talking to one of his friends, hindi ko alam kung doctor din or one of his friends sa hospital. Tapos parang I just overheard him and giving a report because para as a father parang 'di ba parang you're kasama siguro na accomplishments nila kung ano nangyari sa mga anak nila, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang, so, my sister is practicing in Pangasinan already with her husband, who's also a dentist. And then my sister is also part of the clinic. My mom is also a dentist. My dad is also a dental surgeon. They're all dentists. Even my brother-in-law is a dentist. Tapos parang when it came to me, nakita niya ako dumadaan eh. And then he asked me, tsaka ito pala si Carlo, parang, ano nga ba yung course na tinake up mo, friend? Tagal ko na nag-graduate. Ang sabi ko talaga kay Daddy, Daddy, ikaw yung nagbayad ng tuition ko, hindi mo alam. Ganun talaga yung sinabi ko. Tapos I went up, because this is not the first time.
Yeah.
We would attend parties. Tapos parang yun, he would ask me, ano nga ba yung tinitake up mo? Ever since we were parang studying, parang hindi ko na alam, what is happening, alam mo yun, parang gano'n. Tapos I would get yung mga snide comments from their friends, parang that's good, maybe parang maybe you can count their money when you all grow up. Wala pong math sa com, number one. So what do you mean? Alam mo yun, parang kasi I still also remember parang going through that pain actually na I really didn't wanna, kasi my only option was either I also become a dentist or take up law. So parang before I went to college, pero kasi si Carl is only fighting this now. Ako nilaban ko siya even before I started college. Kaya nga diba yung kinuwento ko yung that's also the reason why hindi ko masabi sa kanilang I wasn't going to graduate high school. I had to deal with that shit talaga sobra because I can't afford to ask help from them because I wasn't going to do what they wanted me to do. So parang I look sheltered pero in my own capacity I also learned how to take care of myself. Gets. That's what I don't think people know that about me. I don't really show that, I guess. I don't. Parang, but imagine being in high school and finding out you're not going to graduate and not telling the adults about it and doing something about it yourself. With a straight face, na para, alam mo yun, at that age, that was the most frightening thing. And then parang I was going to attend college, and every year I wasn't secure na baka hindi nila bayaran kasi hindi man type yung kinukuha kong course. That kind of insecurity, I had to live with that for 4 years. Diba? Parang, pero yun nga, yung laban that Carl started, I actually started even before college because that's when I said, I'm going to take up comm. But I kind of fooled them. Sabi ko, comm is going to be my pre-law because there are enough English units, ganyan. Ganyan. So I get it I really do. And natitrigger talaga ako sa mga parents who wouldn't just, why are you, well, they explained it in the end sa case ni Carl, which is like, actually it's even worse. The explanation is actually even worse.
Mas malala.
Mas malala. Kasi it was not about we want you to be successful. That's why we want you to take a course that will... Hindi
We want you to continue the life of your dead brother.
A substitute. Which is...
Yes.
I'm not sure if Quark is going to watch this kasi there is also a Heitzer. Heights is a org that we both belong to. It was a literary org. There was an editor-in-chief before. I'm not going to mention her name. Pero ganyan yung nangyari sa kanya. Her sister died. So, ganyan din. Yung pangalan ng sister niya who died, yun yung binigay na pangalan sa kanya. And she had to live with that. And she became a poet.
Because her sister wanted to become a poet?
Hindi ko na alam yung part na yun. Pero imagine having a sister who died and then you were born after and then all your life
and having the same name. Yeah.
That you are not the original whatever name that is.
Parang replacement. Unit.
Substitute.
You remember sa quarantine, diba, there was a whole discussion about when you're dealing with something else like food on the table and stuff like that, there are things that you don't get to worry about.
It's a backseat.
Yes.
And then Judah says na parang hindi, may mga problema rin kami. This is one of those. It's like you have to there are expectations that need to be reached.
Yeah.
Ito yun. Ito talaga yun. That will haunt you. That may possibly haunt you even if you decide to have kids also. And you end up doing it to your kids too.
Yes. Yeah. True.
We all although we whether we admit it or not, we all end up like our parents in one shape or form.
Oh,
I am honest. Ay nako.
The things you hate about them the most
is the thing that you turn out to become.
Yes.
And ironically,
Sobra.
right?
Super. I'm honestly my mom. My mom has
Sino ko rin ay my mom.
I'm my mom. My mom kasi hindi niya nakikita pag red flag. Or alam mo yun, she knows but she just goes there. Pareho kaming Aries. So alam mo yun. We have the same birthday. So minsan, even if I know the Gaya's trouble,
yung lagi namin pinag-aawayan, the arguments that I have with my mom, like on a daily basis, on the lunch table, is that I always call her out for being matapobre. Huwag na tayo magplastikan. We're friends. The three of us are friends here, and sometimes I know you cringe kasi sometimes I say something na matapobre.
Oo naman, girl.
Pero sobrang aware.
Ilang beses kita. Call!
Pero sobrang ayoko talaga. Pero ayoko talaga, especially since you see that. Pero yun pero that's what I always tell her, Mom. What are you? No, ganyan. Pero we
mimic it at some point. Sometimes we don't even realize it. But
yeah. Totoo.
We don't.
It's what we grew up with.
Hindi mimic Parang somehow we just Osmosis.
Correct.
Oo.
We imbibe it whether
Sponge.
consciously or not.
Yeah. We absorbed it and then it's in us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming my mom for the wrong things that I say.
Yeah.
It's just that it's really, I'm saying this as, it's really a chain and we have to choose to break it. And sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. True. Well, at least Carl is finally, standing up for himself and,
Yeah.
fighting for what he really
Carl
wants.
with a K. Carl of GSP.
Carl with a K.
Carl with a K.
Carl GSP.
At ito din yung gusto kong ibalik kasi parang gusto ko din i-connect na parang how Vlad as his love interest is also instrumental to that. Kasi in the previous episode naman, he said, di ba, na pinatapang niya ako. Parang, he said something about, there's something about Vlad that makes him want to become braver. And I think it's a manifestation of that.
Yes.
With that face also, just to lighten it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But with that face.
Tatapang ka, diba?
With that face, with that hair, with that...
Gusto ko na i-tackle yung last point, pero last point siya kasi we're doing
pero
chronological order.
Ang
The kiss, pero
nakakatawa
mamaya na yun.
Ang nakakatawa doon is, pinapatapang ka, pero at the same time, pinaparupok
ka, exactly, the irony of it.
Sobra.
Oh my God.
I actually know, pinarupok ni Carl si Vlad. I'm sorry. Pinarupok ni Carl si Vlad. It's the other way around. Kasi ang rumurupok naman kay Carl are all his personal demons.
But can I just say this now? Parang feeling ko at this, parang in this episode, dito ko na-realize na parang, oh my God, nakaka-inlove si Carl. For me.
Oo.
Si Carl.
What aspect did you see here?
He's coming into his own person. And he is acknowledging the fact that it helps that he also wants to be a writer. And, parang, with weakness, ganyan.
You
sige,
and your
parang,
writers, Carl.
Magsakitan tayo, tapos magsulatan tayo ng tula about each other the next day bilang gantihan. Pero honestly, parang, it's always a turn on eh. An artist's heart is always a turn on.
I agree.
There are a lot of kinds of artists in this world. But for me kasi, parang that of a writer is a lot of things. It is underrated, but articulate at the same time. It's underrated. It's not as celebrated as yung mga visual artists that you're actually almost expected to find a certain weirdness in artists eh.
May tanong ako sa'yo, Carl. Kasi ako, the way the characters are in GSP, kasi Carl GSP still is aspiring to be a writer. Hindi pa natin nakikita how in his characterization in the past episodes how he is as a writer. Pero kay Vlad, feel ko.
Kasi si Vlad film student na eh.
Film student eh. So yun talaga nafe-feel ko yun na.
Alam mo kung paano ko nafe-feel kay Carl? His curiosity eh. Kasi that's how...
True.
Yeah. There's always a fake humility to I'm not sure if to me or to writers that you will never acknowledge that because the minute you do, that's how you end. That's how you lose it. Because it's always grounded on curiosity. Eh. You are a filter, you are a conduit, and you're supposed to filter what's everything. Tapos you're supposed to produce art up. Pero kasi his curiosity, his childlike curiosity, his willingness to experience everything, doon ko nakikita that yung writer's heart niya. And it's always a turn on na, I don't know how am I going to explain this eh, pero
I get what you mean. I get what you mean naman. I get. Kasi ako weakness ko din talaga ang artists. Majorly.
Diba?
Major. Especially like when you feel like someone is passionate about something and then sobrang turn on sa akin yan. Major.
alam mo parang you want to make sense of the world eh. I think that's always the heart of things eh.
Yeah. Actually, for me kasi, with artists in general, whichever art form it is, ang tingin ko talaga sa kanila, malalaki they have big hearts. Kasi ang daming feelings. And sometimes it's not just their own. They have to be able to empathize with people.
You have to accommodate all these things.
All. And sometimes they're not just your own, ha? You have to accommodate the stories of other people. Kaya, drawn din ako to artists kasi ang laki ng feel ko na malaki yung puso nila.
Ay, kaya nga ako nag-turtleneck ako tonight, beatnik.
Hindi ba Steve Jobs? Kala ko ba Steve Jobs? Kamusta ang iPhone 12? Masaya ka ba how Apple is being run now? Ano
ito, beatnik movement to. 60s New York. 60s ba 70s? Oh, sorry. Di ba 60s ang beatnik? Pero dapat pala nakataas na ganyan.
Yes.
Very Audrey Hepburn. Oh, gusto mo ng Audrey Hepburn reference?
Nakaka-turn on si Carl. Sobrang nakaka-turn on. Na-turn on na kay Carl.
Ako kasi iyan ako
actually
ever since Vlad ako.
Pero ako,
Carl talaga
I have to agree with Carl in the sense na in this scene, suddenly kasi Carl is not just being passive na things are just happening to him.
Yeah, he's
the moment
of his life.
Here talaga to control. So parang
the moment he stands up to it. I want to be a writer.
Yeah. Ang dami in-achieve ng character ni Carl dito which is a good segue into our next topic.
Yes.
Which is also a good which is also a good what happens next after what happened to him in the last episode. It was just like crying in front of the mirror.
Yes. So finally to control of yung hindi na ako susunod sa gusto ng parents ko. This is what we know pa lang now. So gusto ng parents ko na mag-arty. And then, so he took control. No, ito ang gusto ko talagang gawin. Mahal ko ang film. I want to be a writer, ganyan. And then, in a double coming out, we see Carl finally coming out of the closet, finally accepting his sexuality, and also coming out of the shadows of his dead brother pala yun.
Third, acknowledging his attraction to Vladimir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Vladimir.
Bagay sa turtleneck mo yan. Gusto mo i-keep na yung accent na yan? Minsan isundot-sundot na yung accent na yan.
Vladimir. Alam mo yung parang, what did he say? Parang, ayoko ng, meron no? Pero parang, sumusutin ko. Pero alam mo parang, sinabi niya, wait, I don't remember the particular line na parang ayoko na mag-isip and then this fucking just kissed Vlad.
Yeah, that was before, that was after na when...
Pero ano yung line? Ano yung line na yun?
Ayoko na mag-isip.
Hindi, sinabi kasi ni Vlad, anong iniisip mo?
Ayoko na mag-isip.
Diba, sabi niya ayoko na mag-isip. Tapos hunalikan niya.
JC, Sid, bilang mga BL bros, grabe tayong kumuda at mag-isip. What if isang beses sa isang RV, hindi lang tayo mag-isip?
No filter. No filter. Tawag doon no filter.
Actually, most of the time, ako honestly, when I, mas feelings-based ako as you can see. I operate more on my feelings. And then, later on na lang nakikick in what my thoughts are and all. Ganun ako.
Ito ni unraveling nating tatlo. Ako feeling ko, because of all the things that happened to me, na-train ako na iisipin ko, and parang you can actually tell it. They can actually say when I actually shift, because there's like the registry of language, diba? When I suddenly parang speak a certain way and I use big words and everything, that I'm actually shifting already to a certain side of the brain. Na, okay, this is scientific term already. He's analyzing it, and I tend to go there because it actually hurts less.
Yes,
science hurts less eh.
Yeah. Being like, alam mo yun, so actually, Carl, opposite ulit tayo. Kasi ikaw sometimes, when we unpack and all, it's based on theories, and then your literature background, ganyan. Ako, it's all based on my personal experience and what I've felt, alam mo yun, iba din eh. Pero it helps kasi tama din naman yung, actually, kaya nga natutuwa din ako with our trio. Kasi,
iba-iba talaga tayo ng perspective.
Iba-iba tayo ng perspective. Also, iba-iba tayo ng tone of how we unravel
kasi,
some
you know what?
things.
In spite of our very, di ba, it's a running joke, ang kuda-kuda natin. That's why, like, you know, parang put out 2-hour RVs. Ang makuda talaga
viewers,
tayo.
thank you
diba?
for watching, ha? Sometimes, hindi ko lang we take too much of your time, but thank you still.
For putting up with us. But kasi parang, believe it or not, my mom, parang my entire life, what my mom has been telling me is that parang you're supposed to be a man of few words. That's what a proper man is supposed to be. Along with a proper man, has a proper watch. Mga ganyan. A proper man is a man of few words. Ganyan. So,
but I am not a proper man.
Alam mo, Carl, and I have so many words.
Alam mo, ako, I was never taught anything. Like, wala akong, opposite talaga tayo. Wala akong, as in, I am living by my own rules talaga. Na sana talaga, I wish, one day, Carl, mag-switch tayo ng katawan.
Antay ko yun. We are Freaky Friday.
Feel this freedom.
Na-imagine ko sinasabi mo sa mom ko, ako si Kaloy. Ako to.
I'm Kaloy. So sa taong turtleneck, peram na mga damit mo. Ika-grab ko sa'yo grab mo sa akin yung damit mo.
Isa pang weird na nickname ko sa mother side ko, Kanuto. Hindi ko alam kung saan nanggaling yun.
Ako, Sindoy. Growing up, Sindoy ako. Sindoy!
Ako, Carloloy.
Carloloy?
Hindi ko nga alam kung saan din ang galing.
Kasi Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos. Kasi Carlo ako sa bahay. Parang kami ni Carl. Pero with my friends, it's JC. But with my family, it's Carlo. And then, fondly, they call me Carloloy. Carloloy Borloloy. Kasi ang dami kong Borloloy minsan.
Borloloy. Kung nagkaanak tayo, magbibigay din ba tayo ng mga weird na nicknames sa mga anak natin na ganyan?
Parang ako, I mean, siguro like, term of endearment, but not necessarily...
Yung kapatid ko, Kawawa. Ang ganda ng name niya. Her name was Nathania. And the intended nickname was Nisha. I remember my mom brainstorming eh. Nisha. So ang ganda. Para, oh my God. I was 9 years old. Oh, Nisha, that's such a nice name. And then, nanganak na yung mom ko. Tapos, hinahead niya. Kasi may sister nung baby siya, gassy, she kept on burping or farting. So parating rin na rub yung tummy niya. So yung nanay ko, oh, my tummy, ginaganin yung tummy ng sister ko. Tapos yung my tummy, naging tamimay. Na naging mimay na lang siya. From Nathania, umabot sa mimay. Paano, di ba? From Nathania, Nisha to mimay.
Oh my God. Parang naalala ko dati sa Little Miss Philippines, may contestant. Sabi ng contestant, hi, hello po. Anong name mo? Sabi niya, King po. Ayan, King. Bakit naman King ang galing yung name mo? Bakit yung nickname mo? Sabi ko kasi ng mami ko nung bata ako, ang taba po ng puking ko. Oh my God! Sinabi niya on live. Na-skandalo si Tito Vic and Joey.
For that, hanapin ko na yung beret ko.
Uy, baka magka-fine ako sa comment.
Sinabi yun sa live. Tapos bata yung nagdidiba, King po. Bakit? Kasi ang sabi na mami ko, ang taba po daw ng puking ko.
I don't know if you should cut this out.
Wow!
Ano itsura na matabang puking?
Ay, bakit ako tinatanong mo malay ko?
I don't know.
Viewers, paki-explain na lang po kay Carl kung anong pong itsura. Hindi po kasi masasagot.
Wait. Napagpawisan ako na.
Oh my God. Okay. Next topic na. Ano ba yung sunod? Double
Next
coming
topic.
out, diba? Double coming
Hindi.
out.
Yes.
So,
It's that scene where Carl opens the closet and then we see what we thought was his picture when he was a kid.
Oh,
And then he started dancing, di ba? Parang suddenly he was feeling his oats, he finally accepted himself. That was the device they used. And then immediately after, hindi pa pala. And then in that scene,
Carl versus OG Carl.
Hindi, pero Carl, doon sa scene na yon na hiwalay na scene siya. So Carl finally accepts himself na, okay, I'm gay. And then dumating si Vlad. And then, tinanong ni Vlad, ano inisip mo?
Ay, alam mo, rumupak ako doon nung dumating si Vlad. Putang ina talaga.
Tapos mirroring episode 1, di ba?
Oo.
Wala akong tissue! Wala nag-warn! It's a throwback to two scenes. One scene is yung scene
Episode
ni Vlad.
Dancing.
Yeah, I was going there eh. Pero one scene is yung scene ni Vlad when Vlad was also alone. So parang they're trying to balance it out, diba? This is Carl's version. Kasi it's coming from the scene also na he was asking Vlad to come home and Vlad says he won't come home.
Yeah.
So pareho yun. So parang he
Yes.
was dealing with it. Vlad is not coming home, I'm dealing with it. The way Vlad did that in a previous episode. Pero throwback din to also to the scene that you said na episode 1 ba yun? Yung sumakay na lang siya kay Vlad, diba? So, gets ko naman na may pinanggagalingan siya. Kaso nga lang, the way it was done, may layer pa siya ng...
Agree.
Ng Xanadu.
Oo, and then, not to shame. I mean, hello. I mean, we also
Hindi naman. Pero kasi...
Yeah, we all do that.
Feminine, di ba? Pero kasi wala kasi nga siyang pinanggalingan. Di mo kasi alam
na, tapos later on, you will find out na yung... What triggered it is the picture of the brother.
Oo, na it's not pala him.
Oo eh. Ang ano ko doon kasi, okay, he came out. So, ang ano nun, di ba? Nun. And then biglang, oops! This is
him.
not just about that. So parang
which we find out later on.
Later on. Pero parang I needed the space and time to wait. Can we just celebrate this moment? And
of
then
him
biglang,
coming out.
Oops!
Actually,
it's a brother.
kasi kahit pakita mo lang siya in ecstatic form, tapos iikot mo lang yung camera without all the...
It felt bizarre kasi then the way he was also dancing, parang it was just so out of character. I didn't know where it was coming from.
It was out of character. I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Pero sobrang I found it arresting kasi when you watch something and then something gets revealed to you, you backtrack eh, diba? So when the real owner of the picture was revealed to me, I suddenly found that multi-layered.
Yes.
Ano to?
Correct.
Actually,
anong freedom to? What freedom dances is about?
Yes.
And then the steps that he was making was not actually really connecting to the real.
Kasi ang nangyari kasi, it was yun nga, double coming out siya. It's like, stepping out of his closet and stepping out from the shadows of his dead brother pala, apparently.
Diba?
So parang there's this new angle to this picture. And then, which explains also that the phone call, ang bigat, ang daming nangyayari.
Tapos, ito pa it immediately follows the kiss. So that's why it kind of softens the impact of that kiss. Sobrang ganda. Sana na yung reply na, anong iniisip mo? Ayoko na mag-isip. And then that moment that they kiss, oh my God. And then, mayroon ka pang isa pang big reveal after.
Ang nakakatawa doon, I just have to bring it up because in our previous mga RVs and all these episodes, we thought that the tension was going to come from the feelings they had for each other. we were setting ourselves up for that. Oh my
Yes.
God, they're going to fall in love. This is going to parang
Yes.
bring so many problems and issues and everything. While in fact, it was going to be the thing that will save them from all the other bigger issues that are compounding against them. Para silang
Correct.
para silang Hunger Games. May the odds forever be in your
At your
favor,
favor.
pero actually hindi.
Yes. Are they Katniss and Peeta?
Yes.
And they're now in the Hunger Games against the societal and issues from family
Against the Capitol.
against the Capitol.
Diba? Parang binagsaksay
Yes.
lahat ng akala mo the tension or the problem is going to be about the love that they have for each other, which is quite quite
significant
unorthodox.
already. Oh,
While in fact, it's going to be the thing that will say that alam mo, because of all these things that I don't know if it's Tanqueray.
Cheers.
Or it's my cheers.
What if we just
Oh my God, we have the
British
same
accent
glass,
na rin
Carl.
tayo.
We have the same glass.
I know, stemless. Pero alam mo yung parang, I don't know if it's a Tanqueray or parang, okay, we have been processing it, which is like a good thing. Na parang, na-appreciate ko.
Alin?
Ang Tanqueray?
Nakalimutan ko na. Ang dami
Ang
ko kasi
Tanqueray?
sinabi, Tanqueray and everything.
Oh my God, Carl, I think I know what you're saying. Parang, in essence, this is not just the typical coming out story. Kumbaga, they are multi-dimensional characters? Is that what you were saying?
Akala kasi natin, from the beginning, this is a rom-com, diba? This is a rom-com
Yes.
So we were expecting that, but at the same time, it's queer. So we were expecting the tension to be coming from the fact that they're queer. Well, in fact, actually, the salvation is coming from that love.
Yes.
Tangina, diba? Tangina. When you arrive to that conclusion, the world is shit.
Yeah.
But this is what
And
saves
our
us.
love.
But at the end of the day, the love that you're expecting to actually, parang throw shade at you.
Yes. It's what will save you.
Oh.
This is a very sincere moment, JC.
I know.
Yeah.
Cotton cam. Hindi, tsaka tingnan mo, at ganun din ang ganda nung pan out nung nagkita na sila and then they kissed and then they talked about it and that moment in the bed. It was the piece from the shit show. It was the reprieve within.
Sineset up natin na ito yung magiging problema. Pero ito yung solusyon.
Alam mo, okay, oh my God, Carl. Oo nga. Wait.
Epiphany
din
ka.
ako. Oo, parang, kasi we have, in us growing up, we have been wired to think that queer love is
problema
a
to. Magiging problema to. Oh my God.
Oo, conflict siya. Oh my God, now I see what this episode is trying to achieve. Nakikita ko na what they were trying to do. Okay, queer love shouldn't be... Oo nga, queer love shouldn't be the conflict.
It's the solution. Oh my God, nakikita ko yung brilliance.
This is so new. Now I know why we're so confused.
Yeah.
Hindi ko kaya.
Ako din! Oh my God, but I'm so happy na na-arrive natin to.
We love you guys. My God.
Honestly, oh my God, honestly, kasi ganun nga, everything we've been seeing, that is the conflict of all these stories.
May lens tayo kailangan natin
tayo.
tanggalin.
Kaya ang tagal natin tanggapin what they were trying to do here. Wait lang. Suddenly, queer love is the hero.
It's not the problem.
It's the solution.
It's the solution.
Not the problem. It's a solution.
Oo nga. Wait, naiyak nga din ako.
Naiyak ako.
Dito ko na feel na talaga na you are valid.
Sige, Carl, process mo lang.
Wait, nakaka-fragile ka siya. Wait lang.
Nakaka-ano.
Oh my God.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda.
Ang ganda.
Ang
And
ganda.
then, and medyo meta yung, yung,
We're actually processing this right now.
Hindi, meta kasi, meta na it is in a medium which has trained us to think that way. And then that
Gaya
medium
sa
is teaching us
pelikula.
otherwise.
Kaya siya Gaya sa
Ang
Pelikula.
title niya, Gaya sa Pelikula.
Gaya sa pelikula. Medyo, ang brilliant! Wait lang.
Gege!
Is this alcohol? I hope we're making sense.
Aided. But,
Oh my
ang
God.
ganda. Ang ganda. Ang ganda.
Ang ganda nga. Pero alam mo, yun din no? That also shows na because they had to go through that whole LGBT love thing. 'Di ba? That gets ko na yung burden ng episode na to, pero natawid nila yung truth kasi umabot tayo dito eh.
Conversely, ha.
Which is,
conversely, we had to go through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oo.
Kasi hindi na natin
Literally,
ma-process ng
Oo eh.
Kasi at first we were having a problem eh. Bakit
Oo eh.
Parang 'di ba? Parang bakit yung love na sideline ganyan.
Oo.
That's exactly the point.
That's the point. Oo nga. Na it shouldn't be the main issue, the main conflict. Na
It's
these are
the
actually
solution.
real
It's the
people.
resolution.
It's a solution.
Oo.
It's kayo bigger idea na to. Hindi, tsaka yung effect niya kasi is medyo
Nakaka-overwhelm.
sobrang overwhelmed kasi so many years, how old are we? That's all we know.
Yeah, I'm already 16.
Putang ina ka. Wait. Guys, do you realize that's how oppressed we are?
Oo. Yes.
May naiyak talaga ako.
May titirain
Can
tayo
you
na.
imagine? Oo kasi ito, reaction video. But that's how oppressed we are. Now we don't realize we're so used to the love we have.
Tayo yung problema.
It's a problem. Oo.
Kailangan mag-Yossi.
Wait lang.
Na din to, we need another sesh. But,
Gaya sa pelikula.
Putang ina, ang brilliant ng episode 6, putang ina. Putang ina. Alam mo, ang naisip ko talaga, this is a big fuck you to all the those content that made yung parang na the central conflict was because they were gay.
Yes.
Diba? Ito talaga yun eh. We are not just gay, we're people. Alam mo yun?
I-distill itong episode na to into 2 lines. Vlad, may nararamdaman ka ba? Carl, ayoko na mag-isip.
Oo. Yes.
Ang dami pinapaisip sa atin eh. Ang dami. Because all those time kasi we were expecting for the queer love to be the problem.
I know. I can't believe then na we are trained that way. Na these movies, these series that we've seen, it has trained us to think that way.
No, that's why I also appreciate having the two of you with me.
Same.
Do you think if I were watching it alone, I would have stopped? I would have stopped at a certain point eh.
Yes. True. Naiyak ako, honestly, kasi doon ko na feel na sobra pala tayong brainwashed that way.
I feel valid.
I feel valid. Parang, fuck no, we didn't realize na we are trained to be that way. Na dapat ang main conflict na to, finally they realize na, Carl came out, he's gay, ganyan. Na that shouldn't be the point. Na we are people, we have other issues. Hindi lang dahil bakla tayo. Nakakaiyak.
Ayoko to. I don't like being vulnerable in front of people.
My God. It is meta. I don't know what kind of layer realization this is in. Pero parang, kasi I look back at all the gay content that
Juan
I've
Miguel
And that-
Severo, gusto ko tayong
that's what-
makainuman.
Oo, totoo. If you, di ba JC Carl, if you look back at all the LGBT content that we saw, yun yung main
Masakit lang eh.
Yun yung,
Masakit lang siya. Siya yung problem.
Yun yung driving force ng kwento. Yun yung
Kunwari, like, recent years, the recent hit was Love Simon. That was the main conflict.
It's a problem. Vis-a-vis,
Oo.
vis-a-vis. Yung mga rom-com na ang nagiging solution is love. Bakit hindi tayo
Yes.
ganon? This is literally taking back our story.
Exactly.
Yes,
I was about to say it leads back to the line that it's time to take back our story. That's why it's so powerful.
Ang ano ko talaga dito is my takeaway here is really like we're not just gay. We are people.
We're humans.
We're human. The issue you have with us shouldn't
Ang hirap,
just
no?
be
Pero-
because we're gay.
Yung process nung para tanggapin siya.
Ang hirap. Ako nga hanggang ngayon,
Oo.
hindi pa ako
Nanginginig
nakakasabay.
ako
Kasi
nanginginig
Ako
talaga
din eh.
ako.
I'm
Nanginginig
actually
ako.
sobrang this is quite a mindfuck kasi I'm trying to look back at everything that I've seen and what people, alam mo yun? What media has taught
JC
us.
said, para tayo nire-reverse engineer.
Sobra. Kasi ang ano pa nito, kasi we're coming from the creative field. So we know, alam mo yun? Alam
And
natin.
we were responsible for actually putting out a
Yes.
lot of material out there.
Correct. Oo, correct.
Alam mo, I remember one time, I was, should I drop names? Pero kasi parang, di ba, creative writing, UP. So I was under sila Butch Dalisay, sila all these big names. Tapos parang I was still trying to write something that will actually accommodate the straight people. I wasn't trying to, pero I was trying to make it neutral, ganyan. Ito yung sabi sa akin ni Migs Villanueva. Let yourself out. Just be gay and you will fly. And at that time, I was like, what? I was so young. Kasi di ba parang I went into the program fresh out of college. Hindi ko siya maintindihan. Today, I finally understood. I understood it. I just really understood it now. Na, stop thinking.
Yeah. Yes.
Carl. With a C. Versus with a K.
Carl BL bro.
I love you, bros. Oh my God, I can't take this.
Me also.
Ayoko na mag-isip.
Ako kailangan ko pa
Hindi, ang ano ko sa akin is, it took us through that journey na we were questioning, bakit na-dilute yung main plot, the main conflict? And then we had to realize that in this unpacking session, na wait a minute, that
Hindi
shouldn't
siya
be
yung
a conflict. Oo eh.
Kasi pag tinignan mo lahat ng mga rom-com, siya yung solution. Bakit pag sa atin siya yung conflict?
Bakit? And tayo na yun that dun ako na parang, fuck, we ourselves think that way. Are wired to think that way.
Actually, to be honest nga, hanggang ngayon, my mind is resisting it. I'm not really resisting it, but it's having a hard time wrapping itself around it. Kasi parang yun na-condition na tayo na parang, bakit hindi yun yung, hindi siya umandar ng and then now that you're talking about it, I'm also realizing na their problem is, their character's problem is lies, it's rooted in their family. It's not the fact that they're gay and that they're in love.
Yeah.
It's their salvation. It's the thing that saves them from all of these things. And
Putang, I don't want to curse, but because, again, my mom said the proper gentleman doesn't curse.
I've been cursing the entire Ah,
cannot.
oh my God.
I cannot this. I cannot.
Oh my God. Wow.
Ah, wow.
Eto na.
Ano ba yung isa pang nasa listahan? Ito na ba yung huli?
Ito na yung huli.
Okay.
Malak
Perfect.
major.
Nag-kiss sila.
And it's a
Nag-kiss sila. Ang hot
major
nun. This is
Major
the most major.
At National Spooning Day, friends.
Pero ito nga now
National
it
Spooning
gives more weight on that moment that they kiss and the moment that they spoon in the bed. It's not even anymore. Now I'm seeing it differently. It's not the payoff anymore because that wasn't the problem in the first place. That shouldn't have been the issue in the first place.
Bakit nga? Bakit siya problem? Bakit? Diba? Bakit? Kasi hindi siya heteronormal.
Kumbaga, it was the balm to the wound.
Again, love is love, diba?
Yeah. Diba? Parang
Hindi, ang ano din kasi we go Carl.
This doesn't let Ate Julie's performance off the hook. But yes.
Hindi, medyo na-mindfuck ako talaga kasi it took us through the journey na we kind of, honestly, kasi sa beginning ng Unpack na to, hindi ko ako masasama sa edit, na we were questioning how it
a
was
lot of
written.
things, yeah, how it was
na
playing
parang,
out.
wait, bakit na-dilute yung coming out?
Bakit parang
Bakit
naging
na
messy? Biglang, oh my God.
Pero nakikita na natin na parang okay,
yes.
ano siya, parang it's supposed to like highlight the tender moment. Ang nire-reject ng utak natin is siya nga kasi yung solution. Siya.
Siya nga yung solution. True.
True yun eh.
Well,
True.
I will point out kasi, like, kunwari, boys lockdown. What they're painting is, there's no coming out, being gay shouldn't be an issue, ganyan. But I felt it here more because it made us question kasi how we analyze the medium. What we are seeing. So medyo mindfuck talaga siya.
Kaya nga din yung Gaya sa Pelikula sa title has so much meaning. Now.
It's honestly a big fuck you to all the...
Bakit hindi natin nakita kagad? Mga co-major tayo.
I know. Hindi, kasi ano talaga eh. It made us question what we know.
Ingrained na kasi sa atin.
Ingrained. We've been brainwashed that way, Carl. Kaya nakaka-mindfuck.
But this is our gem. And we gladly share it to everyone.
Yeah.
Let's just see it that way. Kasi I'm sure they will pick up like a lot of positive things about it. But kasi when you put out a body of work, and if you go by, ito na naman yung aking
hindi naman tayo after na.
Hindi, pero if you take it na parang ng post tawag doon, post
mortem,
postmodernism. Postmodernism kasi is the author is dead, so parang you have to take the text as it is. So parang lahat fair game yan sa lahat ng interpretation. I'm sure they will interpret this in a way na parang that is also positive. This is ours. Ours, and we want to share it.
Correct.
We want to share it with everyone, and if it agrees with you,
then
let's celebrate it. And ang sarap talaga eh when you
it's cathartic, no?
Nakakaloka nga eh. Feeling ko bukas pa ako iiyak eh. Alam mo yung ganon? Na,
JC, alam mo, JC, this takes me back also to the RV of Boys Lockdown. Remember when you were saying, wait, why aren't they explaining na ganito yung sexual preference, ganyan.
Exactly.
This takes us back na, you're wired that way na. We were wired that way.
Agree.
Kaya kami ni Carl, ang sinasabi namin, this is the world na fuck labels, who cares?
Accept it. Accept it.
And then this episode 6 of Gaya Sa Pelikula perfectly demonstrated that entire exercise kasi we questioned this, alam mo yun, the conflict and all, and then parang, wait a minute, it shouldn't be nga a conflict.
At saka talagang yung line ni Carl, ayoko na mag-isip.
Ayoko na mag-isip.
Yun talaga yung nag-trigger eh, ayoko na mag-isip. And then he kisses the hot guy.
And then they spoon. Oh.
Happy National Spooning Day, Pilipinas.
And also, I would like to say
Happy National Spooning Day.
Happy National Spooning Day, and this should also be known as Happy Ayoko Nang Mag-Isip Day.
May nararamdaman ka ba?
Amen.
Sino yung sasagot? Ako may tatanong. May nararamdaman ka ba?
Ayoko na.
Ayoko na mag-isip.
Ano ba sagot? Hindi nakalimutan ko.
Ayoko na
Sorry, my
mag-isip.
brain is still mind-fucked. My mind has just been fucked, so it's kind of like
hot.
chilling.
It's hot.
May nararamdaman. Ulit. May nararamdaman ka ba?
Ayoko na
Ano ba yung line after? Ano bang line after? Hindi ko na maalala.
Hindi, pero kasi yung tinanong niya doon talaga is, anong iniisip mo?
Hindi, pero meron siyang may nararamdaman ka ba? Kasi parang may sakit ka ba?
Yun yung
sa start.
umpisa.
Ang sagot lang naman ang sagot lang naman ni Carl doon, wala.
Hindi, kaya nga dinistill ko nga yung episode.
Parang bookend siya.
Oo
May nararamdaman ka ba?
Ayoko nang mag-isip.
Pero yun, anong iniisip mo? Yun, actually, yun din eh. I mean, it could also be that. Anong iniisip mo?
Anong iniisip mo? Ayoko na mag-isip. Yun na yung scene na yun eh, Carl. That was the scene. Anong iniisip mo?
Kasi gusto kong bumalik dun sa bookends nung episode. Kasi yun yung establishing eh. Andun ako sa mindset na yun eh. Tapos ito yung resolution. Hindi resolution, pero ito yung
I get what you...
end point.
Yeah. I get it.
Kasi pwede anong nararamdaman
tapos
mo?
laplapan.
May nararamdaman ka ba? Anong iniisip mo?
Oo. Ayoko na mag-isip.
That's the complete thought.
Girl.
Hey girl, hey! Ewan ko
Gusto ko sayawin ulit yung intro. Pwede ba sayawin natin ulit yung
Guys,
intro?
yun na nga. I mean, sige, to close this, can you just imagine how we are gonna be viewing episode 7 and 8 after this realization? I don't know how our lens will change.
With more tankeray.
With more tankeray and soju. And
ako naman, hindi. Parang, actually, ano na siya eh, at least what episode 6 has unburdened from these characters is, alam mo yun, parang tapos na yung normal, the expected issue of coming out and all, na all these LGBT content has been burdened by all these years. Diba? At least now we can finally like see these characters as just regular human beings. Oh my God! Wait a minute. This is actually really questioning how I am viewing content now.
Huwag naman. This is just one.
Hindi. No. Kasi parang ang na-appreciate ko dito is the mental exercise this episode has taken us through is also for creators na parang I think it's time to drop making gay love the conflict.
Oo eh.
Stop it. Tapos na tayo doon.
And most of the time,
most
of the time, gay authors pa yung gumagawa nun.
Oo. Parang tama na. It's not empowering anymore.
We're
past that now. Now is the time to just celebrate the love and whatever conflict they are. It's like now we are liberated from that burden na tao din kami. Tao tayo, we're valid.
Do you want to borrow?
Grabe, iba na yung meaning ng line na yun sa akin.
Do you want to borrow from the material? It's time to take back our story.
Yes.
That's really
and alam mo, and also what ang kadugtong ko doon sa it's time to take back our story is our stories are universal human stories. They're just not gay stories.
Yes.
That is what episode 6 has taught me. Na we are just not gay stories. We're human.
Again, I don't want to throw back to another BL, pero that's what Game Boys has taught me. At one point kasi at episode 8, I felt like, oh my God, this is not BL. This is a human
drama. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ah!
Bakit ko isa sideline to a subcategory ang isang universal truth?
Mm-mm. True. Grabe ha, it took us how many hours? And it took us questioning what we know.
It's a process.
It's a process.
Lord.
That was quite genius.
Yes.
Gege,
That
JP,
was quite a ride.
Globe Studios.
Inuman tayo, please.
Pao and Iya. Everyone.
Wow, yeah. Everyone behind this. Oh my God. That's very empowering, actually.
Oo nga
Thank you. Thank you for
Once
that.
you get it, no? Once you get it.
Once you get it, no? I hope more people get that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this RV helps.
Actually, now, sorry mag-ano ako sa boys lockdown. Boys lockdown, kasi hindi issue ang pagiging bakla dun sa mundong yun. Kaya, di ba? Kaya minsan, JC, nahihirapan kang i-absorb. Kasi, yun nga, we are trained that way. Pero with this episode kasi, it made us face how our minds are trained. Like, talagang harap-harapan. Parang, naguluhan tayo, ganyan. Parang,
Oo
okay, that's the point.
Ganyan.
Oh, that's the entire point. Wow. Okay.
On that note, thank you.
We love you all.
We love you all. Thanks for watching this. I will assume to be a very long reaction and unpacking video.
Hindi ho namin
I
alam
hope you get
kung
to this part.
Hindi ko namin alam kung makaka-attend kami sa premiere na isa-set ni JC.
Hindi. It will take me a while to edit this. So, abangan nyo na lang siguro tomorrow.
At saka, kailangan ko hong sabihin sa sarili kong hindi ho muna ako iinom. 4 na araw na ho ata kami umiinom ng sunod.
Oo, totoo yan. Wow!
Well, I don't know about you. Charot.
I'm sure. I know you enough, JC.
But again,
Sana mo na mag-extra ka na.
Thank you everyone for staying with us. I know it's been quite a journey watching this RV. It was really raw, to be honest. Actually, ngayon lang sa akin nagsisink in yung revelation ng episode na to. And it's very cathartic, to say the least. I hope you learn a few things from this RV, the way we also learned a lot from this episode. And it's also a learning na parang sometimes we really need to see deeper and dig deeper to understand the full meaning of the things that we consume on social media or wherever. So yun, maybe I'm getting a bit emotional. You guys, whatever you want to add before we close.
Let's take back our story.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly now agree with that tagline. Because at first, it was just a tagline for me.
Yeah.
Hindi,
Now
tsaka,
I know what
nung
it means.
in-explain ni Gege kasi during the interview, it felt like parang, okay, it's us telling stories and living vicariously through straight stories na could have been our story, but because hindi siya tanggap ng society, we live it vicariously through them. And this is a best example of that.
But now I feel, I've seen what it means.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's take back our story.
Let's take back our story, guys. Because we are valid. Cheers.
God, cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Let me just sit with my thoughts
and feelings. We'll see you again next week as we unpack also and react to episode 7 of Gaya Sa Pelikula. And let's see how more meaningful that the succeeding episodes are given this revelation and this realization in this episode.
Guys, I feel like na-inception tayo. Ganun
Sobra tayong na-inception. Actually, you know what? If you watch the whole series again,
it's an inception.
Mag-iba.
Gonna be
Mag-iba
a
yung
totally
lens mo.
different viewing experience.
Mag-iba yung lens mo talaga. It's like, sobra,
Yes.
sobra talaga.
Alam na natin kung ano yung,
Alam na natin yung
tweet
point.
ni Gege na hehe.
Hehe talaga,
Maybe
gege.
natin.
Gege, hehe. Isang malaking hehe talaga. Oo.
Inuman tayo,
ang,
please.
ang na-appreciate ko talaga dito is this is a big fuck you to all the movies that made gay love the main conflict. And I appreciate that kasi it shouldn't be the main conflict.
Me being a Carl Milite naman, will say na parang this is a big, hey you, I'm here to all the rom-coms. I have arrived, bitches.
And it also is telling of...
Pero gets mo, parang it's the same thing, pero mas positive lang spin, I guess.
Hindi, tsaka yun,
Hindi,
alam...
Ako kasi parang we have to be, it's healthy to be angry sometimes. Na parang, hey, hindi kasi doon ako na bother, Carl, na we ourselves, members of the community, they brainwashed our own minds to our own stories. Do you realize how fucked up that is?
I know, pero ako, I'm taking it as a triumph. Na parang,
yes, it is.
Andito na ako.
Oo, pero, kaya nga, at this point, it's not about being gay. Love is love. That's the point.
Oo nga.
Love is love.
This is just the start, because we now have Pearl next door.
Oo. True. Wow, dito ko talaga na-feel na yung love is love. Okay.
On that note, bye everyone again. See you next week.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in. We are the BL Bros and we'll see you next time.
Meow.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Ito ang pinakamatinding scare tactic na ginawa ng na to. Isang malaking boo ang ginawa ng GSP sa episode 6. I swear.
Congratulations, Group Studios.
I think we all opened our closets to a certain degree and saw it differently. So, congratulations everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
And
wala na akong inumin. Ubus na. Lasing na ako.
Goodbye.
Ako rin.
Bye.